I get to this university within weeks. I have these people running this debate tournament at my school tell me, yeah, this tournament's actually not open to white people. It's only open to non-white people.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. All right. I've moved city. That's why I haven't been making videos recently. As you can see, I've put on a few kilos, but we're back. And we're going to look at this student here. So it's kind of wild to me. So this student, feels that he was attacked and pretty much tried to be expelled from his university in Chicago just for being white. So let's just have a listen to what he's got to say. Welcome back, everyone. It's a new year. And this year we're going to expose some ridiculousness and also hopefully get other points of views and other opinions to you so you can make up your own mind. And always, like I say, please like the videos if you like them. Always comment as well. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know your opinions. And then also, please subscribe. 90% of the viewers are not subscribed, so it'll mean a lot if you can subscribe. And you'll be able to see my videos even when YouTube doesn't like showing them. So let's get into this one here. Anti-white hatred. US student almost expelled for complaining about racist class.
Of other views that boast about diversity, equity, and inclusion, but they are openly hostile to those who hold mainstream conservative values. But one student at an elite American university has fought back against the anti-white hatred and groupthink he has witnessed firsthand on campus, and he has been surprisingly successful. That student is Daniel Schmidt from the University of Chicago, and he joins me now. Daniel, is it true you were almost expelled for exposing a professor's anti-white course?
Yeah, that's true. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, no, that's 100% true. Let me sort of paint the picture. So I get to this elite university, the University of Chicago, and I see this class, and it's called The Problem of Whiteness. And, I don't know if you're like me, but when I first heard that class,
Yeah. How is that even allowed? I really don't understand. Even if it's like an all Asian or all black or whatever university, you should never have a class called that. That is insane.
I was like, what the heck is that suggesting that there's a problem with white people or whiteness and there's a solution? I mean, what's going on here? This is insane. This is clearly racist. It's clearly anti-white. So I saw this class and I called it out on my Twitter. I said it's the most egregious example of anti-white hatred I've ever seen. And shortly afterward, the professor who was teaching this class, she filed 2 separate complaints to get me expelled. She said I led a harassment campaign against her, that I was inciting violence. And yeah, she filed 2 separate complaints. Now, fortunately, my school refused to expel me. But then she went to the New York Times. The New York Times wrote this massive hit piece on me, calling me a cyberbully, saying I instigated this campaign. And then to top it off, CNN wrote an article calling me a bully. So yeah, that's sort of what you get in America. And I'm sure around the world, if you're a white student and you call this stuff out. So yeah.
Yeah, look, it's even here in Australia, it's getting the same way, where it's just that narrative, like if you're white, nothing can, nothing, you can't say anything is racist against you. And if you do, then they're like, you're white, who cares? That's pretty much just how it is, I think, in every Western country. I mean, New Zealand's the same, Australia, the UK, definitely, America for sure. I mean, if you're a straight white male, yeah, no one likes you. And now if you're an older white lady, even if you just get annoyed at something, everyone calls you a Karen, right? Like, I mean, that's the new thing. And it's just sad that that's the way it's become. I think it's the most racist time I've ever been alive. And I was alive during the ending of the apartheid in South Africa. And if you don't know about that, definitely check it out. But I feel like today's age, there is literally more race hate in most of our countries than there's ever been. And I think it's to do with the media. It's also to do with movies. It's to do with everything, where everything has to pretty much revolve around race and skin color. What happened to the days where we can all unite under a flag or under a nation, and everyone, sees everyone for who they are, not for what color their skin is or, what race they are. Nothing like that. It's become very weird. I mean, even in Australia, if I tell someone I'm Christian, they'll be like, oh, why do you believe in the magical fairy father in the sky? Trying to, they have to go straight away to try and attack you. They can't just be like, oh, that's cool. I'm not asking if you're atheist. I don't ask you what your religion is. I don't care. And if I do ask and you say I'm an atheist, I don't go, oh, why do you not believe in anything? It's just become so attackative that anyone who believes in something you don't believe in, or that the majority don't believe in, then for some reason they feel like they have to belittle you, attack you. It even became like that. I mean, recently with if you weren't vaccinated, everyone attacked you for not being vaccinated, or if you weren't for the LGBTQ community and everyone attacked you because, you don't agree with them. And it's just going to keep going and going and going. And yeah, hopefully people see through it. And that's why I want to show these videos.
Oh, well, thank God you've got the strength to put up with this, because I think that would scare off most people to have these media giants going after you. Prominent people go to water with that sort of attention. So for you to take a stand, I'm very impressed indeed. And this started early with you. Within weeks of you starting at this university, you learned that you weren't allowed to participate in a debate tournament because you're white. Tell me what you did about that.
Yeah, well, it was absolutely insane because let me just paint a bit of a picture. I come from a middle-class household in Tennessee, so a pretty rural area. I get to this university. Within weeks, I have these people running this debate tournament at my school tell me, yeah, this tournament's actually not open to white people. It's only open to non-white people. And, I've heard this stuff happen at universities. I always thought it was a bit exaggerated. It was a bit, to hype up media, but I experienced it in real time. And so I wrote an article about it. I had access to a newspaper at my school, and I straight up just exposed it. I tried my best. And then fortunately, a few national outlets picked it up. And then the year later, so this year, the debate did not happen. And I don't know for certain if it was because of what I did, but I have to imagine they got some attention, they got some traction. So what I'm really trying to emphasize on all these interviews I do, so here and on Twitter, is if you're a student at a university, you have a lot more power than you think. I know it seems daunting, like, oh, I'm against the mob and I'm one voice. But you really do have a lot more power because these people are fragile. The administrations are fragile. And if you call it out, if you bring attention to it, you will be actually surprised how much you can achieve. So if there are any students listening in, I would really encourage you to, if you ever see something that you just know inside is not right, seriously consider speaking up because.
Yeah, 100% agree with him. Like, if you see something ain't right, if you see something that you think is racist, especially because they're singling out a race from participating. I mean, there were even non-white areas in some universities. I'm not sure if it was Arizona State. I don't know. I remember hearing it and seeing an article about it where they literally allowed no white people to be there. It was insane. It's like apartheid, segregation. It is the wildest thing. But I agree as well. Like, always stand up if you think something is wrong. Voice your opinion. Do it the right way, like how he did. Exposed it in a peaceful way. And then they had to backtrack. And yeah, it's just crazy to me that a certain race is not allowed to participate in something just because of their race or their skin color. It is freaking wild to me. Now, as I said, same sort of stuff is happening here in Australia, in Queensland, the state that I live in. Prestigious university sparks outrage after medical students were forced to sit a white privilege assessment. Australia's third highest ranked university has been forced to apologize after making students sit a white privilege assessment as part of their coursework. What? The University of Queensland ditched the results of the test after students said they thought they might be expelled for failing it, which most of them did. So as first-year medical students were asked to write about their white privilege and racism in their field in a 2-part task. What world do we live in? That's crazy. That's crazy. How do you even think that this is okay? I just don't understand how they think that's alright to have that in a course. It's crazy. But anyway, let me know what you think. I mean, do you think it's alright to not let students participate in something because of their race? I know we all know what the answer is, but I want you to let me know. Because obviously some people think it's alright if they put it in a university. And then also just let me know below if you obviously agree with me. But do you believe that this is the most race-based period you've ever been alive in? Let me know below, because I know I've got a few viewers who are obviously a little bit older than me and they've experienced a lot more than me. So let me know if you think this day and age, everything is about race more than it's ever been. Please let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, and please subscribe. Best way to support the channel. Thank you for watching.